Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, Britt. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Matthew. Good morning from Bali. It is rainy here. It is 8:15 a.m. I've been up since before 6, as I always am. And I have done all of my morning practices, as I always do, so that I feel I can set off my day on the right start. Hi, Mishi and Andrea. So happy to be here with you today. As yesterday the internet was doing its thing here in Bali, it's doing its thing here right now. It's not changing. I don't know what's going on, but the download speed is 6 megabytes per second, which doesn't affect a live stream. With live streams, you care about the upload speed, and the upload speed is 0.6. So I'm glad I checked that, because I don't have enough bandwidth to double live stream with YouTube like I usually do. So this video will be available as a video uploaded into my channel on YouTube within 48 hours. And those that were here for Conversations with God yesterday, there will be no video posted, and I apologize for that. I made a mistake and I accidentally deleted it. So it is what it is. Hi, J.E. and April. Hello. Hi, Marielle. Hi, Rochelle. Hi, Zoraida. Welcome for your first time. Glad to have you. Excuse me. So, I'm really grateful. My voice is getting better and better each and every day. And yeah, excited to be here with you all for our fun and powerful longest running weekly series that I've called Saturday Night Live. Many of you are joining in Saturday night. Some of you are joining in your Sunday or in between. So I'm glad to have all of you. And yeah, if you are new, don't forget to follow me here on Insight Timer. You can also follow me on social and YouTube. Check out my website if you want to learn more about my offerings and how I work with others. And I do have space for a couple new clients with spiritual life coaching. If you feel the call to change your life and have support to do that in the form of working with me, send me a message. Excuse me. Hi, Kay. Welcome, welcome. And don't forget to check out all of my meditations here on Insight Timer and my group, Natalie's Healing Circle. Yeah, that's what's going on. Hi, Jody. Welcome. So today we are going to do a deep dive collective card reading, which is one of my favorite things to do. It's channeled messages from Spirit, and it's usually has some spiritual tough love inside, which is good. Messages are always delivered with love and also may call you out on stuff or may not. I just open to the flow and see what comes through and trust that it's what's needed. So if you're here hearing this, or if it's in the replay, trust that the messages are for you. I already used some essential oils, so just breathing those in. Welcome, Jill from New Jersey. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump in. How's everybody doing? So glad to see some lovely community members that I know very well, and also seeing new faces and connections. So happy to be here. Sending love from Bali. So we are going to start with one card to guide and start the message from our wonderful Work Your Light deck. I know some of you have this deck. And I've lived as an expat nomad for how long? 11 years. And through my travels, I have come and gone with having different decks. And, I choose not to take up a lot of space in my bags with many cards. So over the years, I've acquired cards, I've given card decks away, and I've pretty much got my setup now, which is this Work Your Light deck. I also use Osho Zen Tarot and Light Seers. So, hi Amy. Jill, feeling intuitive. Hi Jessica. Glad to see you. So this is just one card as a opening message of guidance. And again, it's for everybody. If you want an individual reading, you can reach out and schedule that with me. It's a service that I offer. And also with these messages, they are collective. So, every single message might not resonate. So don't force something to fit. Hi, Elizabeth. It's been a little while. Nice to see you. So, already a powerful message coming out of the starting gate here. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So please share what that is for you in the comments. I'm sure for some of you, something's you're like, oh, you know exactly what that means. Hi, Tony. What it reminds me of, actually, I was on a coaching call yesterday. It was a really powerful conversation with somebody who has known for a long time they needed to end their marriage and leave. And yet they're continuing. And, what we uncovered or got deeper into in the conversation is this idea of living out of integrity. And that, when we're living out of integrity, our insides are not matching our outsides. So staying in a situation, be it a marriage, be it a job, be it a friendship, be it a home or a city, it could be anything. If you know, that you're living out of what's true for you, then you're living out of integrity, and that affects everything. That affects your energy. That affects your life. I have definitely been in that in different ways and forms over the years myself. Hi, Leanne. So, it might be a situation like that for you. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? It could be a habit. I have a client that I work with, and we've been working together 3 years now. So I know him very well. And, through the time together, there's this pattern that they have of doing their morning practices, doing their meditation. He even has like a barrel, like a cold ice bath barrel that, is part of his morning practice, meditation, reading, morning reflection books. And so they will go through periods where they're doing it and then they stop. And then when they're not doing it, then he's beating himself up about it. And so, I always am like, you're making a choice and you're going to do it till you don't. So what's more painful, for you to lay in bed and beat yourself up that you're not getting up to meditate, or actually pushing through the resistance and the discomfort to get up and meditate? Which is more painful? When the pain of laying in bed and doing nothing is more painful, then you'll get up and do your meditation. That will be less painful. So, there's different places where being out of alignment can show up. So what needs to change for you? And this is something like things that are you already know. It's not about you don't know what this is. So that's a bold message. I'm going to look up the meaning on the website of this card. What's it called? Align Your Life. So who all is that message speaking to directly? And it's good. It's information. It's like spirit being like, I see you. I see that. Are you ready? You ready to change? What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? And as you evolve and change and grow and expand into the newer and ever evolving version of yourself, things are going to really get painful because they're out of alignment. Jill, people pleasing. Who else can relate? Wow, April. Congrats. Leaving your corporate job yesterday. Amazing. As someone who has been where you are and done what you've done, trust that, everything's working out for you. It'll be a beautiful unfolding after 29 years. Wow. Many of you have heard my story. After almost 13 years, I also retired from my position. So amazing. Feel the fear and do it anyway. What's no longer in alignment with who you truly are. It may be patterns and habits like people pleasing, or actually releasing, big things like careers or marriages. Hi, Liz. Glad you're here. If you pulled this card, you're being called to let go of what you once were, of who you once were, or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now, to courageously step into the person that you came here to be in full authenticity, to embrace your weirdness and your uniqueness. Perhaps you've outgrown some relationships or circumstances, and it's time to reassess and bring all the parts of your life into alignment so that they are congruent with who you truly are today. Soul inquiry. What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? For me, bringing up the job scenario, my soul was screaming at me for years to get the fuck out of my job, and I was terrified. And so it was less painful, even though I was very miserable for like 5 years. Every day, I showed up to work, and yes, I was living remote in paradise, and also that job wasn't in alignment, and my soul was screaming at me, and I wasn't listening. So until it, the planets came into alignment, and y'all have all heard this before, December 21st, 2020 at 12 midnight, when Jupiter and Saturn were in their closest conjunction of 600 years, my job told me, and this was during COVID, if you don't move back to the US within 2 hours of the office and start coming in a few days a week, you don't have a job anymore, after I had been remote for 8 years. So I did not have the courage to end the relationship, so the universe did it for me. Yeah. No severance. No, I chose not to pursue unemployment. I chose not to seek a lawyer. I should have been grandfathered in. They said they changed their policy. But I was so ready to go. I just was like, thank you, goodbye. And that's when I started my coaching business. I wasn't ready. I wasn't planning. I had actually just like the week before this happened, I had coached 2 people for the first time in my life. So it was very clear. So it might be a scenario like April, like choosing to leave, or it might be like me, like I refused. I refused. So it was a tower moment. So let's get some more clarity on these messages. And also, yeah, for some of you, like Jill brought in people pleasing. Who else has had a history of people pleasing and they're done with that pattern? They're done showing up. Even it said in what I just read, the mask. I'm going to get out Osho Zen. We'll see where this flows. Hi, Dean. Ooh. That hits. Hanging on to people who can't choose me. Is it can't or won't? Both. Okay. Because there's different energy with can't and won't. Either or. Oop. There we go. 2 cards popped out. Ooh. How many of you are exhausted? Exhausted, being out of alignment. Look, this is like a shattered mirror. Out of alignment. How many of you are exhausted from old patterns? How many of you are exhausted from showing up for everyone else and giving your precious time, energy, attention away and not getting anything back because it's an old pattern? Maggie, yes. It's like, and this could even be the job or whatever. That's like we construct this whole thing around us to keep us safe and just out of conditioning and survival and default and patterns and all that stuff. So it's like creating this whole system, but then it's like the system takes over and we lose ourselves. And then it's like we can't even remember why we're doing this at all in the first place, and then we end up like that. Because this is like, looks like a robot with eyes, and it's got like a hand looking thing here. Michael Singer gives an example similar to this in his book, The Untethered Soul. How many of you recall like a lot from that book? Because there's one analogy he gives about having a thorn in your arm. And instead of pulling the thorn out, you put a cast on it, and then, the arm gets worse, and then you have to like build a robot arm on top. Like, that's what this reminds me of. It's not solving the problem, it's making it worse. So Amy's like physically like exhausted. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jay. Yeah, that's actually very literal. Like, wow, you can't make this shit up, as I always say. Well, I did forget to mention we will be doing Reiki and Ancestral Clearing, as we always do, to close out the session. So make sure you stick around for that, or you can catch it in the recording on YouTube when I upload this as a video. So 2 cards popped out with this. Hi, Yvonne. So this is where we start to get into solution and integration. So you can see, like, out of alignment, energies out of alignment, patterns. There's a lack of integration here. You can see it. Exhaustion is the result. And then, like, creating all these mechanisms for safety and familiarity and comfort zone. And it's like, this is cool because it's like once this is healed, this is what it turns into. It's so interesting. I've worked with this deck for years and I've never seen this. But it's like this turns into this, and all of this turns into this. So within this is this. In my coaching, I say it all the time. Within every breakdown it has within it a breakthrough. So if you feel like you're in breakdown right now and you feel like this is your reality, within this is there. But you can't see it yet because there needs to be steps taken, there needs to be surrender, there needs to be action, there needs to be a miracle, a shift in perception for you to see what's already here. Yeah. And so too, yeah, I mean, if you're not ready to move out of this, at least remember that this is within the energies that feel like they're pushing, encroaching, that like this is an illusion and this is what's possible for you. Integration. So something is not integrated here. You're out of alignment, you're out of integrity. It's exhausting. So whatever you're resisting is actually the thing that's going to lead you to what you're seeking. So again, another thing I coach people with is looking at, this stuff, it feels like it's problems and it's threatening. It feels threatening and it feels overwhelming or hopeless or against you. But actually, the obstacles and the challenges are trying to get you to this. So what's not wanted, what you feel like you don't want and you don't like and you're resisting, is actually the path to this. To look at that, the integration. It's like a transforming, a transmutation. And it's, all these elements here, earth, air, fire, water, a circle completing here with a snake biting its tail. So this is all here to help you. Hi, Laura. Dean, you want to get to what's possible. So when the pain is enough, so these are the cards, align your life, exhaustion and integration. Yeah, putting your needs first. That's what I said earlier. Like for some of you, this is, you're just giving and giving and giving and giving. And you're depleted. You've got to get back into alignment. Call your energy back to yourself. That's what this is for some of you. And I do that. Like a cord cutting and like calling back soul shards. That's like an energy healing process that I offer. And some of you may you could do my relationship breakup and cord cutting meditation here on Insight Timer in the free section. It's more around like breakups, but it's about like cutting those cords and getting your power back. And actually, I have submitted a premium track. They've rejected it once. It's now waiting to hopefully be approved again. But when this one comes out, this will be a good one if all this is resonating with you. It's called Take Your Power Back from Them, and it's a shamanic healing. It would also be good. Yeah. Great question, Dean. If you hang on, if you keep hope, what are you resisting? Giving up. Yeah, so these are the cards in the order of that they were, and this one is first. The Align Your Life is first. And these two are sort of together, and this is what's possible when you do these things. I want to read this integration card. I want to see about that one as well. And I've said this before, but there's an app, Osho Zen app, you can get, and it's got descriptions. So take this message in. This is what's possible within those stuck energies, the misaligned energies, out of integrity, exhaustion. The image of integration is the unio mystica, the fusion of opposites. This is a time of communication between the previously experienced dualities of life. Rather than night opposing day, dark suppressing light, they work together to create a unified whole, turning endlessly one into the other, each containing in its deepest core the seed of the opposite. So that's describing the yin and yang. On the card, the eagle and the swan are both beings of flight and majesty. The eagle is the embodiment of power and aloneness. The swan is the embodiment of space and purity, gently floating and diving upon and within the element of the emotions, entirely content and complete within her perfection and beauty. We are the union of eagle and swan, male and female, fire and water, life and death. The card of integration is the symbol of self-creation, new life, and mystical union, otherwise known as alchemy. So when you surrender and when you sit with the energies, so like Dean brought up, like energies of hanging on, keeping hope, resisting, and then giving up, when you sit with that and sit in that space, you will transform and transmute those energies so that they integrate. And this is, even Michael Singer, his work comes into what I'm talking about here. Yeah, surrender. So let's play a little bit more with some light seers, because I haven't pulled this out in a while. Let's see if there's anything additional. I mean, that's a really complete and powerful message, and why not see what light seers has to add. Hi, Angela. Hi, Suleiman. Hi, Kieran. Let's see. Hi, Deborah. That's awesome. Okay, Queen of Cups. So what this is saying is that the way that you can move from here to here is through you embodying Queen of Cups energy. So that's the mechanism in which you can integrate. Okay? So this is like the how-to. I mean, I just said like surrender and trust, yes, and also embodying this energy. Tuning into, your emotional intelligence. Tuning into you, like reparenting yourself and your energy. The queen is wise, she's loving, she's nurturing, and she doesn't give her power away. She's with boundaries within herself, like even internal boundaries. So internal boundaries and external boundaries, but boundaries are ways that we love ourselves and others. So surrendering, like you being the space in which the energies of the heart are able to express and be. So when things feel like this inside and it feels resistant and it doesn't feel good, that you hold that space for yourself and allow that to occur. Yes, April, actually, I definitely want to read the messages of this card in its entirety, because this is going to give y'all insight into the how-to move through what's happening right now. So, great question. Motherhood? What do you mean, Laura, by motherhood? I'm just pulling the card up. Yes, like reparenting yourself. Does anybody not understand what I mean when I talk about reparenting? I'm happy to explain it. I just made an assumption. So, the affirmation for this card, and maybe can somebody type it into the comments? My intuitive heart openly expresses deep love and compassion. My intuitive heart openly expresses deep love and compassion. So you can see she's open, she's expressive, and I'm talking about the heart energies here. And she's even, there's like, this is like the 8th chakra. It's like a water drop. It's beautiful. So take this message in, and then we'll get into the Reiki and clearing. Thank you, April. So this could be your affirmation for the week. Put it in your phone, put it on your mirror, put it on your refrigerator. So the key meanings are an extremely intuitive person, highly attuned emotional intelligence, love and compassion, sensitivity, strength, leading with your heart, and healing. So for you to move and integrate these energies, it's going to require doing the uncomfortable. So really grounding yourself into your heart into your sovereignty. So this is an opportunity to take back your power around how you feel, which you do that by not resisting or judging how you're feeling. And again, holding space for that. Being with the energy that's there. So, the queen sits floating in the water, halfway between her intuitive mind and her emotional body. She sits listening to the cues from her heart and healing the kingdom around her. She's always been a masterful healer, as healing is a natural result of loving and sharing deeply. She also picks up on so many cues from spirit, and while her third eye is aligned and alive, she knows that her nudges mostly arrive from deep within the heart chakra. There are so many ways of seeing and feeling. Her red dress floats around her, and some say she loves red because of her propensity for deep passion. Others will see her dress as green and say she mirrors your deepest feelings, and that her empathetic mood dress changes depending on the viewer. She has always navigated the world based on what feels right to her, trusting her own judgment. Her gentle compassion and loving kindness have never steered her wrong. So for reference, this is the original artwork of the original Queen of Cups. Always interesting to note. So, the message from the Queen of Cups. She is one of the most intuitive characters of the tarot, floating in her watery and feminine connection with flow. In her dreamlike state of resonance, she asks, "How well have your emotions been helping you in your current situation?" You may desire to experience more profound connections and to engage with others on a deeper level. She reminds you that you can. Remember, however, you are only one half of the equation in any partnership, and it will take both of you to take the dive together. You may need to lead the way as you cultivate a new meaning for the relationship. With an open heart, fill your cup. It is your task to lead the vibration of your heart center and to remain present regardless of the state of others. Listen deeply as a way to hear what is truly going on and ensure that other people feel heard when you connect with them. Deep listening will allow you to read the nuances of their communication, and it will help you to navigate the waters of your current reality. Intuition and creativity are here to guide you. And as you take your next steps, seek to see the divine. Seek to see love in all things, people, and situations. Feeling is the key. If you have insecurities or inhibitions when relating to others, you can grow into a better partner by sharing more vulnerably. Your unconditional and pure expressions of love will bring you new opportunities to connect, lead, and expand. Use your thinking mind and your feeling heart to gift the world the very best version of you. Questions for you. How tuned in is your emotional intelligence? In what ways does it guide your steps, your path, and your life? In what situation does it falter? Does your intuition come from your head, your heart, from deep inside, or from beyond yourself? Can you sense a difference between third eye and heart intuition? If you had an opportunity to listen to your heart chakra, what would it say? Hi, Heather. So let me know if these messages from Spirit were helpful for you today. If they resonated. If you want deeper guidance, you can book a reading one-on-one. or if you want to dive deeper into moving from exhaustion into integration, overcoming the blocks, the mindset blocks, the habits, the energies, reach out about spiritual life coaching with me. Awesome, Heather. April. And two, if you did come at the perfect time, and if that meant missing the reading, this will be up as a video within 48 hours on my YouTube. So you can catch it there. Hi, Ginger. So we're going to finish with doing some Reiki and ancestral clearing. I also have a weekly Reiki deep dive session that is in the morning in the Western Hemisphere and in the evening in Asia. So we go directly into the Reiki and go a bit deeper, and it's at a different time of day. So make sure you follow me so you can be notified of those when they're scheduled. And right now they're like every Thursday, so I will make the August schedule soon, and we'll see if I continue with that day. But yeah, if you like that. And we're also continuing our Conversations with God live stream series, which is amazing. And we're adding a Michael Singer. Y'all know I am a groupie for Michael Singer, as many of you are also. So, all right. Let's go ahead and close our eyes. Come into this beautiful present moment space together. And just relax and receive, surrender, trust, let go. And anything that came up for you during the reading that you're out of alignment with, out of integrity with, know gets to change, if it's patterns or situations or relationships. Just on the exhale, just release the energies of all of those things that no longer serve you. And breathe in that Queen of Cups and Cups and integration energies. And trust that this Reiki healing will go exactly where is needed for your best and highest good. Let go, let go, let go. Whatever is out of alignment for you, wherever you're out of integrity, wherever you are exhausted. Just imagine whatever that is. Imagine it in front of you now. If it's a pattern, it might show up as a pattern of energy, or it might show up as a person. It might be a relationship with a person, a job. It might be patterns of self-hate, unworthiness. So just notice in your mind's eye the symbol of the thing in front of you. It might even be like a whole group of friends that you're just not vibing with anymore because of your growth and change. It could be your mother. It could be your best friend from childhood. And just imagine that out in front of you now, and just acknowledge for a moment the positives that you have gotten from that thing, whatever it is. Thank it. Thank the pattern, thank the person, the group. Acknowledge it for the role and purpose it did serve in your life. Ask if they have any messages for you. And just let that come. And just communicate that you're making different choices now. That this pattern, this connection, this dynamic, this situation, this person is out of alignment with where you're going. In your life. And bow to it. Thank it. May I release you. I release this, or I release you. Namaste. Thank you. And then repeat Ho'oponopono. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Directing that outwards and also inwards to yourself. Thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And as you do this and repeat this, you will see this person moving away, the energy or the symbol fading, dissipating, getting further away. Colors all fading to black and white. It's getting smaller and smaller. And finally it exits out of the left side of your view, of your vision. And now, giving your own namaste blessing to yourself. You are that Queen of Cups, that integration energy. Namaste. I acknowledge my own inner light. I see the divinity within me. I am at home within myself. It's safe to let go. It's safe to be here now. It's safe to be in my body. And just feel that. Feel your body on the chair, on the bed, on the cushion, wherever you are. And tuning into your breath. Breathing in that beautiful integration energy, Queen of Cups energy, into your heart. If you care to come back to a wakeful state, you can gently, slowly, easily do that now. If you'd like to stay deeper, you can also do that. Beautiful. I would invite y'all to, if this was powerful for you, if it resonated, that you watch the replay and come on to the last 45 minutes, or if you like the entirety of the reading, but that you can redo this healing portion over and over. You're welcome, Dean, Jessica, Britt. Yeah. Yesterday, I've told you I met this Reiki friend here randomly, and he's this grandmaster that leads groups of hundreds in Reiki, and he offered to give me a session, so I got to receive an in-person Reiki and chakra balancing session yesterday. It was such a treat. And I can feel that, like, I can feel the difference in my own field after receiving that in with you today. Thank you. Hi, Sheila, Angela, Jill, J.E. Thank you, April and Jessica, for the donations. If anybody else cares to donate, you're welcome to. Don't forget to follow me here on Insight. Listen to my meditations. Love your feedback. Join my group, Natalie's Healing Circle. And check out my link to my website where you can find out more about me and the services I offer. I don't have a live scheduled until Thursday for our Reiki deep dive. I am going to look at my schedule, and if there's space, schedule a Michael Singer Surrender Circle live. So I will check on that. So, hi Jay. Thank you all for joining. Much love to you. Have a wonderful weekend. Today's my day off. I love that I don't even work. And my life it was only a dream. Like it was too good to be even dream. I couldn't even dream that I would have the life that I have today. Leaving the corporate environment, as I talked about earlier. Congrats to April for doing that after 29 years. Sheila, so this video will be up as like a video on my YouTube channel within 48 hours. Hi, Rose. You're welcome, Ginger. So, yeah, this is my quote, day off. So I love because I'm starting my week with you Sunday morning here in Bali. And yeah, Sunday fun day. I'm getting my hair re-highlighted. Today. Thank you, Melinda. Hi. Thank you for the donation. And it's rainy here, but I may go to the beach. It's rainier here in this area where I live in Bali than the south in the beach area. So we'll see. I hope you all have a wonderful time. You're welcome, Melinda. You're very welcome. Namaste. Much love.